What's good? It's your boy, Spice Glory. I'm back up in here for another movie review. And this time I'm going to be reviewing Ma, the movie starring Octavia Spencer as the lead. Right off the bat, this movie kind of like reminds me of like Lakeview Terrace meets Get Out, except in those movies, like in Get Out, of course, like there's no like selling of black people or anything like that. Or in this case, in this movie, there's no selling of white people. I say it reminds me of Lakeview Terrace because, like, in Lakeview Terrace, Samuel L. Jackson's character is obsessed with like this interracial couple. So in this instance, it's like the same. It's like the same thing. So basically, the movie starts out with a character by the name of Maggie Thompson. She moves back to this town, this small town in Ohio, with her mother. So she befriends some kids at school or whatever, and they go to like they convince her to go and basically hang out with them. And the thing they do is they go to this liquor store, which I'm sure you see in the trailer. They go to this liquor store and basically they're trying to get older people to like go in the liquor store and buy them liquor because they're not old enough to pretty much buy alcohol. What the age of to buy alcohol is 21, of course. So they're doing it, and each one of them goes out and they do it, and to no avail. There's no luck, of course. So they asked Maggie to go out there and do it, and it's a black woman, this African American woman, which is Octavia Spencer's character, which is Sue Ann. That's her name in the movie. She comes up and they ask her if they could get her to buy them alcohol, and of course she says no. I'm not gonna do that or whatever. But after a little bit of convincing, she does it. Okay, right? You think it's over? That's it. There's no more, right? No. So then it becomes like a reoccurring experience where she buys them alcohol again. It's like even a point in the movie where she literally just surprised them with alcohol. Like she literally brings them a box of alcohol like next to their van or some shit like that. And it's just kind of like after a while you have to kind of think this shit is getting a little creepy now. So her obsession with them starts to grow a little bit, to the point of like, oh, it's it's clingy at this point. So she convinces them to like instead of like going out and getting drunk and like and trying to drive home and stuff like that, she convinces them to go to like her house, like be in her basement at her house, and pretty much you can do it. She's like, you can do whatever you want down here, just don't come upstairs. I like to keep and have my privacy and whatnot. So one thing I did not really like about this movie is that like the progression in this movie is just so like slow. Like it's so slow. Okay, so the reason why she's having this obsession with these teenage kids is because the parents of some of these teenage kids are people she grew up with. Pretty much she basically went to high school with some of them, with some of their, like one of them, he owns like a company van that belongs to his dad or whatever. So she saw that, and that's what made her buy alcohol for them the first time. Because she was pretty, like, this movie is pretty much about revenge. If there's anything I'm going to tell you this movie is about, it's about revenge. But like I said, the progression is slow. Like, it does flashbacks to when she was in, when Sue Ann was in high school, and she was around all these people and everything like that. Around all her, all the teenage kids' parents and everything like that. And if you would have told me that pretty much the reason why she's doing all of this is because of something embarrassing that the parents did, then I would have been like, you could have told me that like either at the beginning of the movie or even in the middle of the movie. Don't wait until the end of the movie to tell me that. Like, what the hell? I don't want to sit here and be trying to like uncover things while y'all are slowly progressing with trying to give me the origin story of why she's after these teenage kids and why she's trying to seek revenge and everything like that. You know? Because at first I was just kind of like, what? You know, why is she all up on them? Like, they didn't even really do anything to her but tell her that, they didn't really even do anything to her. And then you start to realize, okay, the flashbacks are starting to come. And then finally, the most important flashback comes like almost at the end of the movie. And I'm just kind of like, okay, that was stupid. The execution was wrong. You know? But the obsession, this is not really a scary movie. It's more like an obsessive, just like a really obsessive movie. Something kind of like when Robin Williams did that movie 1 Hour Photo. Like the obsession in that movie is like almost like the level is like the same. Same thing with Obsession with Beyonce and Idris Elba, where that white girl is like obsessed with Idris Elba. Except it could have like been, that movie could have been better. But they just made it like they tried to make it a big thing because Beyonce was in it. But well, I'll get on that later. But just those levels of obsession, that reminds me of this movie. So, my final thoughts are like, if you want to go see this movie, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. Me, I'm not watching this movie again. I'm not going to sit through that and waste my time and act like the progression of this movie, mainly, for me, was not slow and boring. And, just I mean, if you're going to get to it already. Anyways, man, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see y'all again for another video. I don't even know what I'm going to do next. So, deuce.